Our world is an employee engagement crisis. Only 13% of employees are engaged in the global workforce, causing dramatic effects in any organization. Your organization can expect a more engaged workforce, improved productivity, an enriched culture, and increased profit. Engage and Grow is not your traditional training company. Training is dead. We're challenging the norm with everything we do, and our customers like it. All programs are individually designed by the Engage and Grow team, enabling you to facilitate the highest quality, tailor-made programs, improve communication skills, create deeper relationships, and foster a caring, social, and cooperative attitude. Our coaching will improve leadership qualities and build solid trust between employees, encouraging innovative thinking and proactive future planning. Engage and Grow will refocus, re-energize, and re-engage your employees, and we have tangible methods to measure the results. Our workforce engagement, leadership effectiveness, women's leadership, and engaging the millennial programs will create movement in the mind of employees and your business, creating a movement that will take your company as an empowered team into the future. Bring the gusto back into your organization. Engage and Grow.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today on an insightful webinar of Engage and Grow, which is the world's best employee engagement coaching franchise company. Hi, my name is Shobit Yadav, and I'm a country manager for Engage and Grow in India and Middle East. We are here all today to know how important it is to build an employee engagement system within the premises or in your company. At Engage and Grow, we are very passionate about helping people thrive and to reconnect all the employees within the system. Because we all know employees are the most important asset in every organization or any industry. We believe in Engage and Grow, we focus more on people rather than business and on procedures or in technology. Employee engagement, I'm sure you all agree, it's a necessity of today's time. It is one of those things which everybody is talking about, but hardly people are taking any actions against it. But Engage and Grow is putting their efforts and their steps every day and night behind to bring this positive movements globally. And even if they are, even if few of the HR heads, L&D heads, or somebody from the leadership are taking any steps in order to bring employee engagement within the system, are they really taking it a measure, or are they really testing it whether the impacts are long lasting or not? So the outcome is not really that effective. Why? Because the tests and measures are not implemented. There's a very famous quote as Mr. Timothy and R. Clark said, highly engaged employees make customer experience, but disengaged employees break it. So a healthy space is not only do wonder for your company, not only do great for your employee, but also be very, very beneficial for an employer as well. It does re-energize your employees, reconnect all your employees. It improves the accountability of your employees. Your employees start acting like they bring a lot of leadership quality. Plus the culture and the unity is increased so much within the system. So your work culture is enhanced by using Engage and Grow. So Engage and Grow is the world's best employee engagement company. And today we are talking about a preposition, which is we are totally focusing on companies, because every company has this L&D department, has this HR department, and both of these departments and few of the leadership also takes a lot of these steps time and again in order to bring the employee engagement within the company or within their system, in their premises. But they have to measure it whether the steps has been taken for the beneficial of those employees or not. Have they really worked on well for long or not? If they have worked for long, is it really impactful or not? So what is that system which do you have incorporated? Do you really have inbuilt system, or you have sourced it from somewhere else? Today we are going to talk about an opportunity where you can have a robust employee engagement system in your company. And for all that, I have made a small presentation where I'm going to talk about few research which has been done by Gallup, Deloitte. I'll tell you about how engagement and disengagement will cost you in your company, which mostly founders or maybe a leadership teams are really ignoring it, which should not be ignored because it's a big amount which you're wasting on particular employees. And also tell you how the package looks like, how Engage and Grow can solve each and every problem, whether it is related to engagement of your employees, because we are bringing back the efficiency. But to bring back the efficiency, the productivity has to be there. And to have the productivity, first and foremost, the core needs to be addressed, which is the engagement. Unless your employees are not engaged, your productivity won't be there. And the productivity and engagement won't be there, forget about the efficiency. So everything is linked to each other. And how we are doing it? We are doing it by, trust, passion, and helping people, through love. And all those things, we are having a beautifully 12 different programs, which you as an HR head or L&D head or a leadership, you can implement in your premises and build your team more engaged and convert your disengaged employees into engaged employees. So on that note, I again welcome everybody else over the call. I like this session to be interactive. If everybody has any questions, any queries down the line, or if you want to share any thoughts as well, please put it out in please utilize Q&A box, chat box, and please write it down to me. I would be more than happy to see your thought as well. So just allow me for a second till that I will pull out my presentation for all of you. When I was talking about Engage and Grow, Engage and Grow is a company which is there in 80 plus countries. The journey started in 2012, and I tell you how the journey started. The journey started by depriving a concept from army officials, from army and from sports. Because if you understand, army and sports, these are the two fields where everybody is aligned to each and everyone, where everybody is aligned to one mission. They only have one goal to achieve, and everybody is fighting for that one goal. That is why the success rate is more. That is why, they get more accomplished. So our founder, who's Richard Maloney, Richard Maloney was himself a sportsman back in days. When he left his sports career, he immediately started working on the, on the engagement and implementing those engagement concepts which he has developed over the period, and bridging the gap between the management and the sports player, through which he has won multiple premiership wins back in Australia. Those teams have won many trophies together. So he thought, if engagement can bring this sort of candidature and trophies to one team, why not we implement the same concept into the corporate world as well? Because there also we required a huge amount of engagement possibilities, because everywhere when you go in corporate or mid-sized companies as well, employees are not satisfied, they are not motivated at all. What needs to be there so that your every employee is after your one goal and one target? So that's how the journey started in 2012. It's been a decade. We have reached to 80 plus countries. We are having more than 300 plus certified employee engagement coaches. You can also call employee engagement facilitator. Why? Because they are facilitating those concepts which we have developed. We have helped thousands of businesses, and we have engaged 50,000 engaged employees. Now, these are the four gentlemen. If you are coming from, any coaching or training space, I am sure you must have been known for these, you must aware of these four gentlemen there on the screen. Now I'll have to introduce you to these four people. From left to right will go. So from left, we have Richard Maloney. Richard Maloney, who was a founder of Engage and Grow. That was his baby. He started this Engage and Grow and built this beautiful programs. Then we have Marshall Goldsmith on his left. Marshall Goldsmith is a world-renowned leadership coach. He has written 40 plus novels and then won multiple awards for his novels, for his leadership quality. He is a world's best leadership coach. Then I will quickly jump from third to fourth, and there is a reason behind it. I will come back to that reason. So let's go to the last person at the moment, which is Mark Thompson on the extreme left. Mark Thompson is a person who's a Nobel Prize winner and an executive coach. He is a world very much known executive coach. He has won many prestigious awards. He has transformed many leaders within the corporate space. So he's the one who also came along on this journey in building Engage and Grow. Then we have Brad Sugar in between. Brad Sugar is the founder and chairman of world's best business coaching firm, which is Action Coach. So when Brad and Richard were knew each other, Brad knew what Richard was doing, what he was building it up. But Brad has already structured business of himself, very, very successful. But he sees the light in that business and he sees there is a huge requirement. He invested himself and he bought Marshall Goldsmith and Mark Thompson along with him. And that's how these four people came together and, invested their time and intelligence in building those 12 different programs of Engage and Grow, which is helping thousands of businesses and help many corporates as well. So these are the four gentlemen, a very, very important part of Engage and Grow journey. Brad Sugar, who's a founder of Action Coach, has also acquired Engage and Grow recently. So Engage and Grow now comes under Action Coach. Now let's understand, go through few research. When we say engage employees, what is engage employees? What is disengage employees? What is highly disengaged employees? So through this boat analogy, we'll understand. So in this boat, if you can see, there are three things which is clearly visible. There are three color coding people: green, yellow, and red. And after that, green are the ones who are really paddling the boat, as you can see. Yellow are the ones who are, busy watching scenery around, taking a advantage of, beauty outside of the boat and the scenery. And red are the ones who are trying to stop the boat. So let's address this. Green as the one are the engaged. Engaged employees are the ones who you always give examples of in your company. If you need any certain particular help, you can go to, let's say, Akash, you can go to Shalini, they'll be able to help you. If you require any sort of, training or any sort of, where you got stuck, but then you need a solution, you'll always refer these employees, because these employees are always there on your tip. These are the employees who are very innovative with their ideas. Always complete their task before the deadline. They don't wait for the deadlines to get on time. They complete their task before the deadline. Unfortunately, these are the employees very, very, in minority in every company, but we do have these employees. So let's address disengaged. Like in this boat, disengaged employees are the ones who are in the majority in companies. These are the employees who are very casual about their roles and responsibilities. They are mostly, if they are not completing their task before deadline, they might complete their task on deadline, but never before deadline. They are the ones who always, really doesn't care about their work at the very first priority. No, they always take care of, if you have to go out, do a little bit of, outing, working, taking their responsibility on a very casual note, might change companies, for the better opportunity, not at all aligned. If your senior leaderships are telling you anything, they're not very much aligned. They're okay if sometimes they're aligned, sometimes they're not. So that is the highest amount of percentage in any company we have it, and you relate when I talk about these, figures. Then let's address highly disengaged workforce. These are the workforce where every leader, every HR head, L&D head should target, in a manner that this highly disengaged workforce can be changed into engaged workforce. Because these are the employees, like in this boat, these are the employees who are trying to stop your company. These are the employees who are very, very much included into gossiping more, rather than working. Forget about finishing their task on deadline. They hardly care about deadlines, and we do have these employees. These are the employees who talks negative about the brand, always believe in, influencing disengaged employees or engaged employees and trying to, disturb them at their work responsibilities. we do have. These are the employees always looking for a change. They're not really working according to the vision, always looking for a change, and then change it within, even if they get, let's say, 2,000 rupees increment. So they really don't care about company vision. They really don't care about, of their task, which they have responsibility, which they're given. They are not at all accountable. But if you don't address these workforce, slowly and gradually, these workforce will influence your yellow color workforce, which is disengaged, and your disengaged workforce, which is in the majority, will come in the bracket of highly disengaged workforce. So this is a very, very big task to address it at a very immediate point. Now let's understand, how to and in what percentage these workforce are available. And this is not what Engage and Grow is saying. This is a survey which has been done by Gallup. Gallup has given this figure. 17% employees are engaged worldwide. 64 are disengaged, and highly disengaged are 19%. So imagine, once you become an employee engagement coach, not only you can work in your company and then in the higher capacity, you have a major task to change this figure into a positive, which is engaged workforce, and save the cost of companies, because these workforce are not really working according to the cost which employer is paying to these employees. So you have a big task, and the market is very big for this. In any company tomorrow you go, Deloitte says if company is having, disengaged workforce or highly disengaged workforce, 34% of their salary is getting wasted. So for example, if I'm coming into disengaged workforce category, whatever money I'm getting it from my company, 34% is getting wasted. My company is wasting 34% on me because I'm any which way is not working according to them. So that is a figure which Deloitte is given. So let's understand the, in a very, very simple manner, how much the cost is involved and how much cost you can save getting wasted. How much benefit you can provide to the company just by solving this engagement problem. So very, very simple sheet. You can do a calculation along with me. Let's take an example of a very small headcount, because that would be calculation a little easy for all of us. So let's say a company of 50 only. In a 50, we know the engagement percentage is 83%. That has been provided by Gallup. 42 employees are disengaged. Only 8 employees are engaged out of 50. So we have to target these 42 employees. 42 employees are disengaged. Let's say to understand the cost, each and everybody is drawing 15,000. Let's say 15,000. Cost of disengagement, which has been provided by Deloitte, is 34%, which means out of 15,000, if I'm getting 15,000 rupees per month and I'm at disengaged category employee, 5,100 rupees is getting wasted on me, because I'm not working according to them. If you want to know what is a monthly figure you're getting wasted, 2,14,200. Now understand, this is a very big figure for a company which only has 50 employees, and this is a monthly figure. If this is not a point of worry, I'll tell you the yearly figure. 25 plus lakhs. This is the yearly figure which company is getting, is wasting on these employees. So you have a major task to save this. That is why we say the company is not profitable. Then employees mostly get under stress and then working on the stress in a stress manner. But you have to solve that core. A core is bring back the engagement concept so that company will automatically bring the profitability within the system. The profitability will come and there will be a less environment throughout the way. So this is a figure which you need to target. And companies, of course, Gallup says companies which is having, which are having engaged workforce, they are definitely bringing back the productivity on a 17% higher rate. They are definitely on the higher sales margin. And if these two things are coming, productivity and sales are there, or efficiency will be there, of course, company will be more profitable. Of course, there will be more margin, right? And beyond all those margin and figures, the culture which we highly talks about nowadays, but we don't take any steps against it in the companies, the culture will be more happy and healthier. So that is what Engage and Grow is presenting. There should be a good environment. There should be a healthy environment at your workplace. The work enhancement needs to be there. Employee well-being needs to be there, and employee needs to be reconnect to their roles and responsibilities. Now, this is a very beautiful slide to understand a hard side of the business and brain side of business, and how important it is to make a synergy out of it. In our body also, we have two major organs to run us. We have brain, we have heart. If one of these fail, we don't really work. Similarly, in a business, we have a brain side of business and heart side of business. What is a brain side of business? So, if you can also let me know through the chat, the brain side of business, what it can be the brain side of business. Can it be a technology? Yes, it can be a technology. Can it be rules and regulation? Yes, it can be rules and regulation. Procedure can be one of those. Governance can be one of those. The system which you make is one of those. All of these, which you make, that is a brain side of business, which you spend time, in months, strategizing things and then work on it. That is a brain side of business. But we say, unless your heart side of business is not very much live, no matter what industry, what technologies you're bringing, how robust your system is, governance, how good your rules and regulation is, it won't affect unless your heart side of business is alive. And what is the heart side of business is? Your strong leadership, the communication, engagement, the work culture, leadership quality. You should have a strong leadership quality, communication amongst each other, so that your junior employees won't hesitate seeking any help from the seniors. It should be that environment. Behavior amongst the team, amongst the different verticals, so that everybody can reach out to anyone and then seek for certain help or advice to go ahead. Unless you don't have these 5 things in your heart side, no matter how good your technology or whatever system you're bringing from looking at any different companies, it won't work. Once you have a strong heart side of system, then the heart will give signal exactly like our body to the brain, and then the synergy meets. So that is what we need to understand. So once we have this heart side of business intact, then the increment of employee engagement starts. How you can empower your team to bring a change? It's very, very simple. Of course, bring an in-house employee engagement coach. Bring an in-house employee engagement coach. Utilize the service which Engage and Grow is offering. Engage and Grow is the best company in employee engagement. We have built the tools system which is impacting humans' mind and heart. So bring an Engage and Grow coach in your system. Create a USP of your company, that we have a strong, robust engagement system in our company, which is engaging, and be an example of, for the other companies that now, and there are a few companies which I can name it, those are the companies that are bringing very, very tangible results to their clients. Why? Because they have built very, very engagement system through technology in their companies. So be one of those companies. They will gone are the days when we were getting challenges in hiring the right resources. There was a time, but now the days are more difficult because we can't even retain them. Retaining those right resources is a bigger challenge nowadays. So take a step before it gets too late to, before it creates a negative market for your own company. And of course, once you bring Engage and Grow coach in the system, once you nominate your HR, your L&D, or somebody from your leadership team to, become an Engage and Grow coach, and utilize all those Engage and Grow services and bring back to your company, your workforce will be more engaged, and results will be, of course, follow to all those things. There will be better results, margins will be better, company will be more profitable. Work culture will improve, in a very, very significant manner. So all those things will be there once you're ready to empower your team and once you're ready to bring the engagement in your team. Now, how do we bring that? We bring that through implementing these 12 beautifully designed programs. All these programs, which we called a group activation program, we are not a traditional, training or a certification company. No, we are purely focusing on activities-based activities-based programs. We do not use pen on paper. It's purely focusing on everybody's heart and mind, and it engage you in a manner that you will be more active. All these programs are neurologically and scientifically designed. So we have program for one-to-one, leadership coaching. We have program for the develop more engagement within the system. There's a 3 months, 6 month program. We have program for the women's leadership. We have program for schools and universities. Why? Because engagement concept needs to implement right at that age. Tomorrow they will be working for some of the other companies. Imagine if those employees are already engaged and they're coming to your company, would be very, very beneficial. There is a beautiful program which we have recently introduced called induction program. Your induction needs to be very, very proper, in a manner that your employee feel very much secure in your company, in a manner that your employee feel happy from his heart that, okay, this is the company where I land up, which I have wanted to for so many times. So induction has to be very, very proper. Their induction has to have few engagement concepts implemented within the system. So these are the different programs which we are having it, which will be yours once you take action coach, once you take engage and grow, coach in your system. And how to set up engage and grow in your system? It's very easy. As you can see on the screen, get certified from engage and grow. Once you're ready to get certified, we will enroll you for the training. Once you complete your training, there will be a certification which we will issue you. Once you get the certification, we will open a dedicated dashboard which we will prepare for you and your company. So that dashboard through which you can utilize all the materials, all the framework of engage and grow, which engage and grow has developed over the 10 years. So that all will be yours in order to engage your employees. Plus, there is a 300+ community. The support will be there from all and every member of your community. Once you do all those things, definitely your system would be more robust. Your engage and grow system, which I was talking about, be an example to the other companies. Bring back that gusto in your company, that system, so that your system speaks for itself. A very small, slide, a testimonial slide, which I just wanted to give an example of. Ken Gillian is a coach from Portugal. He has reached out to a company. He's one of our coach. When he's reached out to a company called Europe Car, he performed a survey. Once he performed a survey, he figured out the disengagement was 90%. Their employees, like Gallup says, only 13% employees are engaged. So 17% employees are engaged. So similarly, in this company, again, 10% employees were engaged. Once he start implementing a Red Belt program, which is a flagship program, which is purely talks about employee engagement. Once he start implementing, and by the end of 12 weeks, he again performed a survey, and that he turned that 10%, which increased to 70%. So he has changed the workforce which is engaged, and take it to the 70% of positivity. Imagine, not only you have decreased the disengagement, but you are also solved the cost of company which they are wasting. As we have spoken about in the previous slide, that 34% amount is getting wasted. So these 90% employees who were disengaged, companies were wasting 34% on these employees. Now, which is now in current space is 30% only. So not only he has reduced the amount of companies wasting, but in the other hand, he has also engaged that workforce more. So that now you have a more workforce which is more aligned to your vision. Now you have more workforce which are more innovative with their ideas. They are working after one target, one goal, and they are very happy. Once the employees are happy, your clients will be more happy. So that's a vibe which you throw across. So that is the change which you're bringing once you once you become an Engage and Grow coach. How the training looks like, we have curated 6 days of training in 45 hours of videos. These are online videos which you can cover it in your own sweet space. Once you cover all those training videos, basically these training videos will talk about how to implement those employee engagement programs, and in such problems. Once you implement those programs, once you complete this training, you'll be certified as employee engagement coach. And what all includes in your package? Of course, the programs and content and everything is there. But for example, for certain group, there is a different programs to implement. For leaders, there are different programs to implement. For very, very junior employees, there are different programs to implement. But every program required a different sort of customization. So that customization will be done by the brand itself, by Engage and Grow itself. You just need to come back to the brand and then say, okay, we require this sort of customization. These are the KPIs I want you to solve, and according to which I need a program to implement. So the brand will, put that program after customization back in your dashboard so that you can pull out. And every program is well informed and well explained in every session, in session by session. So you can only figure it out and implement it in your own style. So that will be there. Of course, the dedicated dashboard will be there, which is your content library. Whatever you require in order to build your team engaged, whether it is marketing tool, whether you want to distribute any leaflet, brochure, or any exercises to your employees, any toolkits, you can of course do that. Then there is a private Facebook and a WhatsApp group, which we have built only for the coaches, only for the employee engagement expert, where you are also welcome to the community of 300 plus Engage and Grow coaches. In any given time, if any help, any assistance you required, our community is full of passionate individuals. They are very, very helpful. They're very happy to help you in their own particular region, and they wanted to grow in your own region and change the workforce into the engaged workforce. So they will be very helpful at any given time. You got stuck at any point, you don't even need to come back to the brand. Immediately you put your queries in that group, you'll get multiple responses because our community is global. So the support is amazing. Now, okay, now you understand now you go through the training, 45 hours and everything. Now you got certified. But every week we keep 2 sessions. So there will be 2 sessions for your company, whomsoever you nominate for that person. There will be 2 sessions. One is called Enhance Your Knowledge session, which we call EYK. Enhance Your Knowledge session means some of our master coach or international coach will come, and you will be well informed in advance that, for example, next Monday, we are at 4, we are having a 45 minutes of session where one of my external coach or external employee engagement expert will come and talk to you about particular engagement keys, on a particular topic, so that the learning will be continuous, the upskilling will be continuous. Then we also keep one Q&A session directly from the brand itself. So Engage and Grow keep one session every in every week for a 45 minutes where you can come attend that session, ask your queries, get answers of your questions, and then solve the problem. In any case you miss out on any of these 2 sessions, you can again go back to your dashboard. All these sessions will be recorded. You can fetch out those particular session and then watch it at your own sweet space. So that is the kind of system which we have built. This is the screenshot of a dashboard, how the dashboard looks like. So from the left, you'll see the first thing is survey. You require a lot of surveys to implement in the company, in your flow, to figure it out what are the problems. Once you figure out the problems, then you come back to the brand and figure out the KPIs, according to which the Engage and Grow company will suggest you a particular program, and that program will be stored in your dashboard according to your KPIs, which you can implement on a session by session. Then all the latest updates, lot of global conferences happens. You'll get an access to the global conferences, be a part of that conference. All the tools, stationery is available, so many research studies available. We are global company, 80 plus countries. So there been so many researches on different sort of businesses, whether it is IT, retail, or services industry, anything. Then client testimonial videos are there. If you want to share any testimonial videos, if you want to relook the expand your knowledge session, Q&A session, you can fetch out those videos there. A lot of leadership initiative ideas are there, which further companies has taken it by using Engage and Grow system, that will be shared here. Case studies is available. So whatever you require in order to build an employee engagement system in your company is available in the dashboard. That will be yours. Now let's come to a very, very important part of the presentation, which is financial model. This is a financial model purely focusing on the corporate or the business companies. We have one license where we say, one can become a head coach and can take along 2 of their team members to be coached again through Engage and Grow. So the team of 3 at the cost of 12.5 lakh plus taxes, and it is valid for 3 years. Take the Engage and Grow franchise for 3 years at 12.5 lakhs, and you can train 3 of your member. You can nominate one person from a senior leadership team so that he become the head coach or a head facilitator of employee engagement, and under him or her, you can also nominate 2 of her or his team member who can deliver all the who can deliver the coaching, who can deliver the programs at the flow, so that you work as a team and bring the faster results. And to all that, we've summarized in 12.5 lakh plus taxes. So this is the financial model, and this is what I had it in my presentation. This is what my credentials are. If you can make a note of this credential, if this makes some sense to you, which you think you should have it in your company, which you think which can change, which can bring the change in your company for the betterment, definitely I would love to have a one-on-one call with you, understand your business, and guide you how to how to bring Engage and Grow concept in your system so that it would be more lucrative and more beneficial. So I'm happy to discuss it. Happy to discuss how quickly you'll get the how quickly you get the result out of after implementing the system and how lucrative it is.